I've got Howie Roseman coming up in about 40 minutes. What'd you think of his draft, DJ?
I loved it. It's funny because a lot of times, people talk about draft grades and how you view different classes. It's just interesting. A lot of people that I've had ties to in terms of who I've worked with, I'm sure that there's things that have rubbed off on me over the years in terms of style of player that I like and what I believe in, because I feel like a lot of times it's those guys that when I look back, man, they nailed it every year. They nailed it because look, there's certain people you see players the same as. I've worked there and I've known Howie for a long time, and I think we have some core beliefs that we share there. But when you have when you have a problem on your team, I believe that full resources and do whatever you have to do. Solve the biggest problem. Don't solve a little bit of this problem, a little bit of that problem. Identify what your biggest weakness is and attack it with ferocity. And that was their secondary, and they went out and they got two of the top 4 corners in the draft. So I thought it was outstanding.
Yeah, and you see the rest of their draft and going ahead and getting Jeremiah Trotter's kid. By the way, 54 is available for him to wear.
Love that.
I
love that. Will Shipley's going to be a nice compliment to Saquon Barkley. How about that backfield?
Right. I mean, that's and they already have Boston Scott to kill the Giants. So, there's that. What'd you make of the Cowboys draft, Daniel?
Yeah, I was a little surprised when they ended up trading back. I thought they would take Graham Barton and kind of just solve that position right then and there as someone who'd come in and play center. But I like Guyton too as a tackle who's got an unbelievable size and athleticism and tools to work with there. So they went out and added him to the mix. I know we were kicking around the idea of what they were doing at running back. They brought Zeke back. Usually I'm pretty strong in my belief that I want fresh young legs at the running back position, and they have some solid backs already on their roster. They go out and get Zeke. I thought there were upgrades all throughout the draft, even into the last round. I thought there was a back there that I really liked out of Memphis. So they ended up deciding to stick with what they have on hand, and that's part of the challenge. Is you got to not only evaluate the draft class every year, but you have to be able to evaluate that draft class compared to what you have on your roster. And so, hey, that's what they did. They looked at their group and felt like there was a cutoff and to a point where, hey, we like the guys that we have already on the roster better than what's available. So we'll see. We'll see how that all works out.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.